Welcome to Amy's Bookshelf Reviews podcast. Sit back and listen to interviews, discussion about books, and anything else literary. There's always something or someone new on the show. Good evening, listeners. I'm Amy Shannon, and welcome to Amy's Bookshelf Reviews podcast. Conversations, revelations, and inspirations behind the book. You never know where the conversation will lead us, so let's find out. Tonight we have two guests, a husband and wife, author team. So thank you for joining us. Will you please introduce yourselves and let people know how they can connect with you?
Hi, I'm Stella LeMarque.
And I am Phillip LeMarque.
Welcome.
And we wrote the 5-book series that you know about.
Right. So this the series is called Bonjourland. And how many books do you have? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Bonjour, Neverland. Yeah.
That's right. Excuse me. I forgot the Neverland. Sorry. So what, let's see. So how you have, what is it? 5 books in that series now?
Yes,
Really?
I think so. Yes.
Yeah.
5. There is this one on the
work.
On the work, the 6th one. Yeah.
Oh. Yeah. I can't.
Another one. Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it. I really enjoyed your book, Clint. I mean, I read all of your books in the series, and I really enjoyed that. Clint was one of those that was, I found it very interesting and adventurous and things like that. But so besides this book series, have you written other books or any other type of writing?
A couple of essays, that's all, but nothing special, nothing really. We've been working on this for 10 years.
Oh, wow. That's amazing. That is wonderful. So what made you, or what kind of inspired you to start writing? And, you said you've been working on it for 10 years. So what inspired the two of you to start writing?
Okay, first of all, we were not writer to start with. And I wrote a journal about our 5 years time experiences that Stella and I spent working for the rich and famous. And a friend of mine read the journal and he said, "Oh, you got a story in there. Why don't you write a book?" So from then on, we joined a writers club where we were living in the library in Acton, California. And when we started to write, people loved what we wrote and they had fun and they enjoyed it and kept us going.
Well, that's wonderful. It's always great to have support and people telling you how good you are. 'Cause, sometimes we just don't realize it, So, I really like how, your characters, they're married, one loves food and is, very chic with, various types of food. So the things that you, when you sit down to write, how do you two write it together? That's what I'm really curious about, because I know that a lot of co-authors, they write
exactly. I tell you what it is. For 3-4 days, I spent sweated out, write a chapter, and reports it on the computer. Stella comes back, changed everything, and she said, "I made a beautiful one out of it."
So which one of you knows more about the food part?
The food part, that's me, because I'm the chef. Yeah. So, but we did it together because most of the food, we wrote about it. It's what we cooked, for us, for different people that we work for,
Famous one.
Yeah. So on the food, we were okay. We were right. It's on the other stuff, in the book that
took a long time to really get going.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
We
yeah.
I must say though, when I am reading your books and, they're, preparing food, or it's like, wow, that just makes me hungry. Have you ever considered creating like a recipe book that is something, that is served, maybe a companion to your series? Because some of those
Yeah.
foods, they just sound incredible.
Yes, we are thinking about it, and we have it in our plan. After the fifth book,
we will do a book.
we will do a cooking book. Yeah, next year. Yeah, at
Oh,
the end of
I can't wait,
yeah.
because I gotta
It was
pick some of those.
it was planned already, yeah, a long time ago. But we cannot do both in the same time. So
Yeah. No, I really, so one writes and then the other one fixes it.
yeah,
You do I'm
So
looking forward to a
well,
cookbook.
that's why it took so long. They spent a lot of time writing and should take it down and put it something else. So that's why it took so long.
well, yeah. Yeah, it's not easy, remember, we work, we are married, we work together, so, day and night, we have been together for the last 40 years.
Wow, congratulations.
Yeah,
That was my next question, how long you were together, but that is...
Yeah, the last 40 years. And when we think about it, usually a couple, you will go to work and she will do another thing, another job. We had the same job. So sleeping, eating, fighting, whatever, you name it, together. So, okay, yeah.
That's why sometimes I wear glasses like Macron does, because I got blue eyes.
I just think I am very impressed. I don't know of a lot of couples that can be together and also work together as well. I think that's very amazing and inspiring, and there's hope for people.
Yes.
Well, I have to tell you something. I have an exceptional wife. She's fantastic.
Oh gosh.
She has been supporting me all those years.
Well, I'm sure.
It was a pleasure.
Yeah.
It was.
So when you did your work before you wrote the stories about it, and you did you cooked for, like you said, famous people.
Yeah.
How did that work? I mean, Stella, did you do the cooking, and what did Philip do?
Well, the cooking. Well, Philip was in charge of the estate, so he was kind of a manager,
Yeah.
But in the evening or lunchtime we will have some help, But in the evening they were only the people we worked for and us, so he will be serving, doing the waiter, serving them, and I cooked, yeah. So that was our as a couple, during the day I will go and do my shopping, and he will take the estate. And then lunchtime comes, if they eat at home, I will prepare. Usually I will serve them, I will be the one to serve them when they are only both of them. Yeah, the couple. But if they have guests and everything, then we will hire somebody, or Philip will do the waiter, to serve them.
And I have lots of experience because I was in the restaurant business for 40 years.
For 40 years,
and I own 3 restaurants.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, yeah.
And we successful.
Yeah. So, he's yeah.
That is.
On that I could count on. Yes.
You are so full of surprises. I just love this.
Yeah.
And
so
that
was our.
How long were you doing that?
We did it for 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
5 years. 5 years. 5 years and 2.5 years at Michael Jackson, and the rest it was with different people, Yeah.
You cooked
because I'm not easy. Yeah, I was not easy to to deal with some, the crops. When they are so rich, they think everything they own you. And
yeah.
I started not. No, I was not going to sell myself for that. No.
And especially the rich people, the man is older and he's bought a trophy wife who is younger, and she comes from usually nowhere, and she thinks she knows everything. And so with Stella, it didn't work very well.
So that's what we did the first 2 years. We did few estates before to setting down.
And we stayed longer at Michael because he was not married.
I never thought about that.
Was there? I know this is just this is just so interesting. Did Michael have like particular taste in food? Like, was there food that he ate and food he didn't like? So, I mean, you probably have to go through menus with whoever you work for, correct?
Yes, yeah. But with Michael, he loved Mexican food, and spicy food, Mexican food that he loves. Okay. And at the beginning,
and the mac and cheese,
and mac and cheese, and French fries, lots of French fries.
Wow.
And the mac and cheese.
At the first 6 months or a year. No, the 2 years, we were there 2 years and a half. Michael was kind of a vegetarian, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So once in a while, he will eat the chicken, the white of the chicken breast, stuff like that. But, no, he
was very easy to clean.
It was really easy. I
did.
think the children around him were more difficult to take care of than himself and the growing up around Michael. Okay.
That is sweet, and it's not a side of Michael that pretty much anybody ever saw. So that is just that is so great. So,
but he was I want to say one thing. With us, he was the nicest person in the whole world. Okay. Oh yes. He treated us very, very well. Like he said, I like them, give them everything they want,
Yeah.
So we spent 2 years and a half in a jail, in a golden jail. I say golden jail because we couldn't have our children, family, or friends coming like we used to in some other state. We were, because we stayed there, we lived there, we live in the estate. So, our friend will come and, and Philip's kids will come and we have family time. But at the ranch, we couldn't. So each time we get the children, we have to go to LA or to go to Acton itself, whatever.
Right.
So for us, it's beautiful because it was a beautiful, beautiful space, ranch. It was gorgeous, unbelievable. And, Neverland, but unfortunately, we were, that we call it the golden jail, yeah.
Wow.
Other than that, we really were so happy and everything was really great, yeah.
That is wonderful. Yeah. I'm sure it saddened you when he had passed away.
Yes. Yeah, because, oh gosh, he didn't have to, whatever happened, yeah. Yeah, he had a fall. Gosh, when we were talking about him, last week, because each time on the radio, I Philip doesn't, besides, the classical music, the rest he doesn't. So each time we hear Michael, I say, that was your right post. So.
Yeah, and I heard they're coming out with a movie about him this spring or something like that. Because I know they're doing one about Elvis Presley, and then I saw something that they're doing something on Michael. So I'm looking forward to both of those.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We saw something here. They did something. We saw it, and that was it's kind of when he was before he died. He was preparing for London. Yeah. So that's what we saw. That was fantastic to watch it. Yeah. To watch him. His last day, as a matter of fact. Yeah. Those were his last day when he was rehearsing for London. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but that's life, and we need to go on. Yeah.
That is totally true. I know.
Yeah.
I grew up listening to his music, so but I always, they had so much garbage in the process. They do that for anyone and anything they can exploit and make them out to seem like they're something that they're actually not. And for you to tell me that he was, like one of the nicest people, I could see that, I could just, I don't know, it's just something that, I didn't know him personally, but I could just see that, he was just a nice guy.
Yeah, well, we know him really personally. He was coming to the kitchen beside me. Philip even saw him, he was on a little...
with his panty.
With panty, yes.
His panty.
Because he opened the door and Philip was in the hallway. Yeah. So, we are really, and he loved us because we were French and the accent and everything, he loved it. Yeah. So that was
No, that is amazing. So when
you were talking about there were so much garbage, you have to understand, and that's what we learned it from him, because once in a while, he would stand in the kitchen at the counter and with one of his guests and talking, in front of us. And, like you say, bad news.
It's good news.
It's good news. It's good news.
Mm-hmm.
That means,
the
news, they need that garbage about people, famous people, because that sells. Everything sells. If you say, I'm happy, I'm glad, I have my children here, everybody is great and nice, and nobody cares about it. They only need about the garbage around it. So that's what sells.
Yeah, and even now,
unfortunately,
they look at their, for celebrities and the ones that have passed, it can be exploited, and also they make it seem like whoever passed, like it was like their fault, and then if they have children, like even now I see articles about his children and what they're doing and why, what money he left. And I just think it's really nobody's business how much money you have. But I'm broke, so I got like $20, but that's about, So, but did you, I was thinking about, the last book that I had read and reviewed was Clint. So did you ever have someone that was similar to Clint?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Everything on the book, on each book, on each
book?
On each book. Well, it's more than.
It's all taken from the last.
It's all taken from what we have been through, what we lived through. Okay, and of course we did it, kind of.
It's a novel.
As a novel.
Right.
Yeah. So,
but especially the silver fox, the number 3. That's really what's happening at Neverland Ranch.
Yeah.
So I can go back and read that again.
each of our novella, we call it novella, each of our book, which is a novella,
it's a complete story.
It's a complete story about what we have been through. Okay, so that Clint, he did live, we did meet him, and the guy, we did,
Well, actually, the ranch was like a hotel. He had so many
talking about
friends.
Clint.
Oh, yeah.
We're talking Sherry about Clint. So
Okay.
Clint, he came. He was a friend of our, anyway,
That is very.
And, and we advancing the money and everything. Yeah, I remember.
Oh,
the day
wow.
we are not putting anything on our credit card. He has to pay, otherwise, Clint, yeah.
Wow.
And he was like the richest guy, renting a castle and, and go and rent me a castle. Go and, we live that.
Oh, wow. That is, Well, at least you guys made it safely out of there and you escaped.
Yes, we did,
And then we got a story.
And then you got a story. And then you're working on number 6, so I can't wait till that one. I can get my hands on that. That sounds very exciting because I love your stories and the way you tell them, and the fact that you have experienced what you put in your books, and that that makes it all the more real, Obviously, the names have been changed to protect the innocent or whatever, but it's kind of like it sounded like sometimes, it was like an adventure. And I remember when I was reading Clint, I'm thinking, wow, this is like really incredible. And I didn't realize that it was taken from real life experience. So now that I do, it's very incredible. And I am so glad you guys made it out of there.
Yes, and that was really a great adventure. No, really, that was, because, we laughed a lot. We spent our time laughing because, we laughed. We never cried, but I cried maybe for the other employees, the other, for the maids, that were working for the people. They were very nice to us, but sometimes they were not really nice for the maids, so, but, that's, so we always try to help them out, but, other than that, we really enjoy working. Enjoy working even sometimes. It
was not even work. Cooking, but you like to cook.
But I like to cook, so for me that's not, that's not.
For me, I almost had nothing to do.
Yeah, that's true.
Just to take care of the employees, of looking at everything. Everybody was here or not here, and that's it.
Yeah.
So for each of the places that, like you mentioned with Michael Jackson, that you lived there, so was that the case with the other famous people that you were live in, or did it vary? Like you had your own place and then you would show up just to cook or something, or did you live there?
Most of them, it was we had our own place, our own house. They always have, no, in Beverly, in Bel Air, Phillip. No, that was not a ranch. That was in Bel Air, but they had a house, small house at the end of the garden, the property. So we were independent, but we always kept our apartment in Santa Monica. So that we always kept it. That's absolutely, So, but only once we did it, but we went back, to sleep every night, but we didn't do it for long. No. But usually it's always those big estates that have lots of employees and lots of other house, in the estate.
Oh. So well, at least that just sounds like it kind of gave you a break from work, and you guys could go be by yourselves, be independent, decompress, see your family, that kind of thing. So that sounds really great. I just have just one more question about when you had your, your prospective client, that you were cooking for, how did that work? Did you, have to do, I don't know, sample dishes? Did you, sit down with whoever, you were working for, and then you went through the kind of foods that they liked, what they didn't like, what they were allergic to, that kind of stuff? I mean, how did that work?
Always on the interview. Okay, we talked about it. And then, when we were hired, I will always ask them to please, tell the secretary to let the secretary to write, their favorite dishes and what they don't like, and also, if they're allergic to this and that. So that, for example, sometimes they were diabetic, so I will be careful, of course. And we always go through the first week. Yeah, we have to sit down.
There is something I want to add. They didn't interview us. Stella interviewed them.
Oh, okay.
We couldn't work with those people. I don't want to work with these people. I don't want to work. Well, yes, I want to work for those ones.
So it happened. It happened once in a while.
No, it happens a lot.
Anyway, Anyway, we always ask them, where their what medication they take, so to be careful not to use the and no salt. So no, absolutely on this. That was the first thing, as a matter of fact. And then after that, they give me what we say in French, carte blanche, to go and do what in my liking. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah. No.
They never did send the food back.
No.
Well, I want to thank you both for being on the show. I am so honored that you're on the show. And then I would, when book 6 comes out, I would love to have you back so you can talk about that book as well. And thank you, audience, for listening. If you wish to be a guest on the show, go to amysbookshelfreviews.com/podcast and schedule your pre-recording. Don't forget, if you wish to comment on this show or any show, comments are available, and yes, I do read them. And join me again next week for another great conversation. Please follow this podcast on Spotify, and if you want to check out my work, just Google me. I'm Amy Shannon. Be safe, be well, and always be kind. Tune in here again next week for another tantalizing discussion. Thank you for listening to Amy's Bookshelf Reviews podcast.